Every single declarer went down in this slam. Can you do better? Imagine you're declaring 6 hearts. The auction went a spade by East, double by you, 4 spades by West, 5 diamonds by partner, 5 spades by East, and 6 hearts by you. West leads the king of diamonds. You win this with the ace and ruff a diamond. East shows out and pitches a club. Plan your play. We have 2 options here. One is we play on clubs. We make our contract if we are able to ruff 2 clubs or if we are able to set up clubs. 2, we try to establish the diamonds. Before we can decide which is the better line, we have to do some thinking first. What clues do we have? Our first clue would be the auction. From the auction alone, I'm inclined to think that East has a really shapely hand. You already know that East has singleton diamond and at most 3 hearts. East also has at least 5 spades. Our next clue would be the club pitch. This strongly suggests that East started with 5 or more clubs. Otherwise, if they started with 4, then they would have shortened their holding to 3 and given us our contract, because now we only need to ruff 1 club. So this is not possible. Always remember the number 1 rule of contract bridge. Our last clue would be the lead. The fact that West had chosen to lead the king of diamonds suggests that it is less likely that West started with a singleton club. Technically, East could also have a 3-card club suit, so their shape would be something like 6-3-1-3, 7-2-1-3, or 8-1-1-3. So East shape is most likely one of the following: 6-1-1-5, 5-2-1-5, 6-3-1-3, 7-2-1-3, or 8-1-1-3. If you play East to have a 5-card club suit, then West has doubleton club. The best way to ruff 2 clubs would be to duck a club, win the return, draw a trump, and then ruff 2 clubs. See what happens if you cash the ace first. If you play a club out immediately, East may win it and play another club, which West may be able to win with their singleton jack. But if you try to draw a trump first, East may win the second club and draw another round of trumps. You would no longer be able to ruff 2 clubs. So if you were to duck a club first in an attempt to ruff 2 clubs, we have to make sure that West didn't start with Jack doubleton or Jack 3-card hearts. If we assume that hearts break 2-1 because those are the hand shapes we conceived earlier, and also because we have no way to make a contract if hearts break 3-0, then this play works whenever East has 5-2-1-5 shape. But if East has 6 spades and 5 clubs, which is arguably more likely than a 5-2-1-5 shape, because during the auction, East does not know the extent of spade fit or North-South heart fit, and I think it's pretty nuts to fit 5 spades there like that. So if East has 6-1-1-5 shape, West would have Jack doubleton twice as often as not, and this line only works 1/3 of the time. And don't forget the teeny little possibility that East may have started with 6 clubs, and ducking a club first now guarantees that the contract goes down. If we play East to have a 3-card club suit, then we would stand to get overruffed both times. So we only make when East started with 8-1-1-3 shape, and let's just say I don't think West will have bid 4 spades with that hand. So if you decide to ruff 2 clubs, your odds are highly dependent on what you think East shape is, but I'll put greater odds on East having 6-1-1-5 shapes. But that's just me, so I don't think the odds are great. That's all for the ruffing clubs line. Now, what about establishing diamond? First of all, how can we establish diamonds? Since diamonds are 7-4-1-1, we need to ruff 2 more diamonds before we get to enjoy the diamonds. After ruffing 2 diamonds, we still need another entry to actually enjoy the diamonds. So we need a total of 3 entries to dummy. How can we get these 3 entries? We already have the ace of spades, so we will need 2 entries in hearts. If we catch a heart and Jack falls, we have our 2 entries. But how likely is it for the Jack to be singleton? In isolation, there are 2 cases of this, and if we assume no 3-0 breaks, this works 1/3 of the time. Can we do better? What if we played out the 10? If the defender with the Jack takes this, then we would have our 2 entries to dummy. But the problem is, if the person holding the Jack has at least another heart, they may duck this trick and we would never be able to establish diamonds. So what else can we do? One play that we can make is to play the 7 of hearts towards dummy. The plan is to play low if West plays low and cover if West plays a 8. This works when West has Jack 8, 8 small, singleton Jack, or singleton 8 of hearts, which is 2/3 of the non-3-0 breaks. The alternative would be to play a low heart towards dummy. If West plays low and you play low, you only make when East started with Jack singleton. If you play the 9, you only make when East started with 8 singleton, so both plays are equal. If West couples with the 8, you can play the 9. If West has Jack, then you only have 1 entry. So you only make when West started with Jack 8 double turn. If you play low, then you make whenever East started with Jack singleton. If West plays the Jack, then you make your contract. Because of the multiple options, there's some ambiguity here if you want to count which cases we make our contract, but overall it's about 3 cases, and this is inferior to playing the 7 out first, which at 4. All that said, I think it's really hard and unnatural to duck with the Jack, so you might want to take that into account when deciding how to play if West hesitates or goes into a long tank. And this also adds to the chances of this line working. So in conclusion, the odds of playing the 7 out first is on par with trying to ruff 2 clubs. If and only if you believe that East handshake is either 6-1-1-5 or 5-2-1-5 with strictly equal probability. But because I personally think that 6-1-1-5 is way more probable than 5-2-1-5, and playing the 7 out can also cater for 7-2-1-3 shape and the off chance of East having 5-1-1-6, I think the best play is to play the 7 out first, covering the 8 with the 9 if it appears. In the end, these were the 4 hands and the hard play was right. So, what do you think about this board? Do you agree with my play? Let me know in the comments and see you in the next video.